You already know who the fuck it is. Asharenu from asharenu.com. We back up in this bitch.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
1 second, 1 second. Make sure that doesn't happen. Peace, peace, peace. I see you. Peace. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Peace, peace. What's up, Ashima? What's up, New Creations? What's up, Moon Spirit? What's up, Afro Pit? What's up? Is this Nicole? What's up, Nicole? Alright, so final thoughts on Atlanta, right? Let me close this window, hold on. Close this window. Alright. So, final thoughts on Atlanta. Well, let me make sure I'm recent with the comments. Peace, peace. What's up, Psychonaut? What's up, student teacher? What's up, 36? What's up, the right side? I see y'all motherfuckers. Well, my final thoughts on Atlanta. Yeah, I got a piece of tissue in my nose to make sure I breathe better through the right side. If you came to the Atlanta meetup, you know exactly why I'm doing that. So shout out to everybody that showed up. You know what I mean? Shout out New Creations. Shout out Ashima, ASMR. You know what I mean? You already know who it is. Yeah, peace, peace. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be some dudes that showed up. They just left me with all the women. You know what I mean? It was just, but they held me down. Asha, I see you. I see you, New Creations. We had a good time, though. I appreciate y'all. Y'all definitely made this experience worth having. Trust me. The experience was definitely worth having. Now, so in terms of the actual meetup, the meetup went glad. You know what I mean? The meetup is glad. Yeah. Hold on. I'm making a mess over here. The meetup was peace. The meetup was peace itself. So in terms of the meetup, it was nothing but love, nothing but respect. You know what I mean? They showed me the city. They showed the utmost respect. You know what I mean? New Creations brought her daughters out. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to your daughters. You know what I mean? The kids brought the kids out and everything. So we definitely had a good time. Now, besides the meetup, now we got to get into some shit. So I wanted to put that out there first. Besides the meetup was very positive. I have no complaints about it. Everybody added on. Everybody chipped in. You know what I mean? Everybody showed love. Nothing but respect. Nothing but respect. You know what I mean? It was definitely the East Coast was in the house heavy. Like everybody had been in New York. You know what I mean? Getting around and all that. So I ain't got nothing but respect. Now, on the flip side, because we gotta keep it level, right? On the flip side, the spirit of death is very potent here. From my personal observations, the spirit of death, meaning it seemed like every time I look into a dude's eyes, every time I look into a dude's eyes, it's like they have this spirit that they ready to kill. Meaning, like, if I don't keep my head straight forward, like if I look Oh yeah, why are you looking at me? You know how that shit. Like somebody's already looking at you. Then you look at them. Like, is it? What's going on? Then that energy just instantly collapses. And let's get into it though. Let me tell y'all what I'm talking about. Like for example, I'll give you an example. What's up, William? What's the deal? You know, I like to walk around the hood. I don't like to stay in the suburb the whole time. You know what I mean? So we deep in the hood. Like the hotel I'm in, this is deep in the hood. I walk out straight into the hood. But that was the point. You know what I mean? We want to see reality, right? We're working with the energy of Saturn. So it's all about reality checks. So this whole trip for me has been a reality check. Uh-oh. See this shit? Vibrations is crazy. Like you can be. Last night I walked into this room. Let me keep it real with y'all. Last night I walked into this motherfucker. These walls are so thin. These walls are so thin. What a part. We in Decatur right now. We in Decatur right now. Let me put this up here right so it doesn't fall. All right. Actually, I don't want to put it down here. Yeah. So let me put it up here. So I can just keep my hand right here for the time being. So it's like the energy of death is potent here. If I was to look straight into like I can, you see zone 6. Yeah, definitely. Shout out to fucking Atlanta. But for example, yeah, let me stop the music for this. I want y'all to hear it. So for example, the energy of death is potent. I guess because I'm out of town, I look different, obviously, right? You know what I mean? So of course I'm getting a little bit extra looks than somebody who's from here. Somebody like, okay, this motherfucker. Obviously, the whole style is different. So obviously, I don't look like I fit in. Not to say that the styles are different. Like everybody is swagged out. You know what I mean? You seeing colored jeans, Robin jeans. You seeing Jordans. You know everybody's on their material shit is on point. You know the women are fly. You know materially everybody is on point. You know everybody looks like a superstar in a sense, right? Of course, unless it's like a dope fiend or something like that. But those are everywhere too. Respect to them. You know they ask you for $1 at the corner store, and of course you're gonna give them $1 because you know that it's like giving offerings to the spirits. You just give, So we don't have no problem giving tributes to the spirits. So we give tributes to the spirits. You know what I mean? Because of course, as we know, they can give you valuable information if it ever came to it. So you definitely want to stay on good terms with the spiritual people, regardless of whatever spiritual path that they may be taking. So, with that being said, it seems like the energy of death is potent here. I said, like the women are cool. The women are cool. You get what I'm saying? The women are cool, but the dudes is like it's automatic. Like you look into a dude's eyes, it's like you don't. I don't know how do I say this. I'm trying to find the right words. It's like you don't see anything. Like you every time I was walking past, you don't see nothing. Like you look in these dudes' eyes, and it's like, no. If anything was to pop off, it's automatic, right? So motherfuckers is not playing around here. I'm telling you, like if anything, everybody's on edge. You know what I mean? So the energy of death is potent around this motherfucker. Now, I'm not saying that. Okay, yeah, let me not clog the screen. I'm not saying that like it's a bad thing because that's exactly how my city is. That's exactly how Detroit is. That's how Chicago is. That's how LA is. That's how New York is. Right? So I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, right? No problem. No problem. I'm definitely gonna share the experience. If you look into his eyes, you can see his funeral. That's yeah, okay. That's a good way to put it. It's like it's funeral music. It's playing. You know what I mean? So you can't come around here with no fear. So that's what I'm talking about. Hold on, let me position this right because I don't want it to fall behind here. There we go. And yeah, the energy is real. Like Atlanta is definitely real. You definitely it has to be respected. What we talking about? We're talking about Atlanta. You know, the energy of Atlanta. Atlanta is definitely real. Like, there's no doubt about it. Because, peace, what's up, Robert? You know, because you hear all these things about Atlanta, like, you know, Atlanta, like, all these people are gay and all this shit. I'm not seeing that shit. I'm not seeing it. I'm thinking that I'm gonna come here and, you know, I'm not saying they not out here, but that's not what I see. I'm not seeing that. Majority is hood motherfuckers. I'm not seeing that energy. That energy ain't as potent as I thought it would be. You don't see nothing but funerals or funeral music. I'm hearing funeral music in my head. You know what I mean? That's all it is. But what it does, on the flip side of that, what it does for you is it whips you into shape in terms of, okay, you know you got to walk around some demons. If you know you got to walk around, you know, people who possibly got guns on them, right? You think women experience that as well? Oh no, definitely. The hotel I'm in, every single night is shit going on. Like these walls are. Oh, I was gonna tell y'all. I was gonna tell y'all. I walked into my room last night. The walls are thin, so of course you hearing people fucking in the next room. Motherfuckers is fucking in the next room. Then the room after that is a nigga and a bitch is arguing about absolutely nothing. Every single night, cause I don't know, I've been here maybe 4 or 5 days. Appreciate the super chat donation, Robert. You know what I mean? Appreciate it. Every single day. Every single day. Motherfuckers is arguing. It's crackheads walking up and down these halls. Like it's just fucking it's the graveyard shift. The graveyard shift is around this motherfucker. Right? It's definitely the energy is very satanic. I'll say that much. Energy is very satanic. So I'm like, I feel right at home. I feel right at home. Because when you don't fear death, and you around other people that also don't fear death, then you know the shit can pop off. You off Wesley Chapel? I don't even know where that is, bro. I don't even know where that is. But I know it's real everywhere. I know it's real everywhere. Whether, cause I've been around. I've been around. You know what I mean? I went up. I went downtown. I was checking out downtown. I checked out Buckhead. You know what I mean? What's up, Mercedes? You know what I mean? Obviously, we in Decatur. So my first impressions was I was just looking at the houses. I'm like, oh, the houses is beautiful. Just just like I'm just a what is it? What's the word when you're unaware? What's the word? What the fuck? It's right here. It's right here. When you walk around unaware, naive. I was walking around this bitch naive, right? But Atlanta woke me up real quick. Yeah, oblivious. Yeah, definitely. Atlanta woke me up like you better not walk around this motherfucker like you ain't supposed to be around here because you know shit can pop off. Yeah, walking around like a fucking tourist. Mm, definitely got to keep the mask on at all times. Exactly. Mark in the dark. Yeah, we already know what it is. So the energy of death is real. Like I haven't really felt that. I haven't really, it's not really like that in Vegas. You know what I mean? Obviously, y'all see me. I've been in Vegas. It's not. Let me stop bullshitting. It's like that everywhere. It's like that everywhere. But I haven't really felt it like this since I've been to LA. You know what I mean? Like, cause every time I would go to LA, what's the sexual energy like? I'll tell you exactly what it's like. Like I said, like I walked in this bitch last night. It was a couple fucking, but the chick was being loud on purpose. It wasn't like he was just knocking it out the park. Trust me, he wasn't. But she wanted everybody on this fucking floor to hear it. Even though he wasn't really doing it. Trust me, you were you hear little moans, you got this little 5 minutes in. But she was doing purposely doing that shit. And that's what I noticed. Motherfuckers is purposely causing attention upon themselves. Whether it's arguments, motherfuckers is beating on the door, motherfuckers is yelling and screaming. Motherfuckers like, oh, I'm hearing women like, I didn't fuck him, I didn't fuck him. So I guess dudes is thinking like, that's probably what it is. The women are very, very, very sexual here. So motherfuckers be like, oh, did you fuck him? Did you fuck him? It's like that's just the type of relationships that's going on. And trust me, I'm right. I'm right. Yeah, I'm not even. I wouldn't even say low vibrational niggas. I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say it's low vibrational. I would just say it's like purely sexual. It's all about sex, money, and drugs. Sex, money, drugs. So trust me, sex, money, and drugs can take you to a spiritual plane, just depending on how you use it. So I wouldn't say that the vibration is low. It's just depending on where a person is in their mind. You know what I mean? So the sexual energy is potent as fuck. Trust me. Like I said, bitches, it's a motherfucking porno movie going on. In terms of the people, so let me talk about the actual people. Definitely, the energy is very satanic. It's very, very satanic. Very, very satanic energy. In terms of people don't really give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? That southern hospitality shit is not here. It's not here. You know what I mean? That southern besides the people that fuck with me. So I'm not talking about the people that fuck with me. The people that tune in. But other than that, you know what I mean? Nobody give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? But again, I don't say none of this as if it's a bad thing, because we know we are. We on the planet Earth, right? So I don't say any of this in disrespect to the city. You know what I mean? Because it's like this every fucking where. You take your ass anywhere, you're gonna feel this energy. You know what I mean? So, and obviously this is not a reflection on every single person in the city. You know what I mean? So, orgies and shit. Yeah, Atlanta. The sexual energy is potent. That's what, like, I do notice that. But so that's why I realized, I'm like, okay, it's the energy of it's like the energy of Mars. The sexual energy is super high. Then the energy of death is super high. And that's what I noticed. That's what I noticed. It's like everything kind of revolves around the sexual energy. And that's why I say the energy is satanic. It's more not in a bad way. Because again, if y'all been following me, you know how I feel about the satanic energy. When am I leaving? I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. I don't know when I'm leaving. I'm taking it day by day, because I definitely, when I come to a city, I like to stay. I like to stay a while so I can really get a feel of it. I can't just be in and out to give an accurate depiction of the city. And I like you need a couple days. Come to Malibu. You talking about Malibu in California? Somebody said stay, y'all. But trust me, I haven't been to Malibu, but I know Malibu is beautiful. But trust me, the energy here, the sexual energy here is potent. You know what I mean? I definitely, let's just say, if I was to stay in Atlanta, I honestly, again, I don't have an issue with it. So I'm not saying none of this like I have a problem with it, because this is where I'm from. Like, I'm from the hood like every fucking body else. So I felt this energy my whole life like every fucking body else. You know what I mean? So this is like home. It reminds me of home. It reminds me of Detroit. You know what I mean? It's definitely a lot of opportunities, a lot of business owners, a lot of homeowners, a lot of entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? Some very, very beautiful cities. Shout out 313. You already know. You already fucking know how we fucking rocking. 313 deep. So, I'm saying all this to say, if you vibe like that, if you want your life to revolve around the sexual or the satanic energy, then definitely bring your ass to Atlanta, because you're gonna see it in all facets. Again, all the women the bodies are built down here. Trust me, it's like every woman out here definitely has a curvy shape. You know what I mean? All the women out here is curved up. So of course, with the dudes, a lot of the bullshit, a lot of the drama revolves around the women. I do notice that a lot of the drama revolves around the women. You know what I mean? So, if you're not in that, are there straight men there? That's what I'm talking about right now. It gotta be straight men. Like most of the drama is revolving around the women because the women are very sexual, very sexy. The women are beautiful. You know what I mean? So, but it's like a lot of unloyalty going on. Uh, some people do feel like that. That's what I'm saying. Like some people had a perception that Atlanta is full of a bunch of gay dudes. That is a perception. So I'm just here to correct that. Just in case for those who did want to know. Yeah, it's definitely. I would say it's mostly straight. Like to me, like I don't see the gay community or the gay population. I don't really see it. I'm seeing a bunch of hood niggas. I'm not seeing it. DL is real though. You know what I mean? I don't even know what DL is. Shout out to DL, whatever that is. So, all in all, all in all, good niggas be gay too. Oh, hood niggas be gay too. Down low brothers. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course you got that going on. Of course, but of course that ain't really something that you would see. You know what I mean? Of course, that's why it's called the down low. You don't really see that. So yes, are hood dudes on the down low? Sure, I'm pretty sure it's. I'm pretty sure. What astrology do I use? I use all forms of astrology. I use all forms of astrology. Vedic, Western, Chinese, Japanese, Mayan, Aztec. I use all forms of astrology. You know what I mean? I still got to give somebody astrology reading. Shout out to homie. I still got to give a reading out tonight anyway. Atlanta is known for the strip club culture. That's what I'm talking about. It's what makes the strip club culture so powerful is because of the sexual energy. That's why this strip club realm, because it's a portal down here that's open, that's strictly sexual. Like most of you can say Atlanta is kind of ran by the women, and just in terms of the energy, because if two niggas is fighting, if it ain't about no money, it's over a woman. Two niggas is shooting it out. If it ain't about no money, it's over women. But it's because the women are so beautiful. It's like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? But so I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? So again, I'm not here to cast judgment. I'm not here to say who's right, who's wrong. Is it an STD issue there? I would just say it's not no more crazy than anywhere else. Let me see. You say you're a Scorpio? Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. I'm a Scorpio in Vedic and a tropical. I'm a Scorpio. It don't matter what. I'm a Scorpio everywhere. Scorpio everywhere. So my Vedic chart is Scorpio. My Western chart is Scorpio. I don't how wide that is. I don't know. Go to New York. New Yorkers will love you. I've been to New York. Shout out to the New Yorkers. I've been to New York. I fuck with New York heavy. I like the mentality of New York. I mean, I need to get back to New York. I really, really fuck with New York. It's just not really no nature out there. Like New York is like completely artificial. Just nothing but buildings and technology. But it's nothing wrong with that because it's a lunar energy. New York is a lunar energy, whereas California is a solar energy. So I see that the cities reflect the stars. You know what I mean? Depending on the placements. All cities, the same way the pyramids are aligned to the stars, the cities are aligned with certain star constellations. That's what I'm finding out. That's what I'm finding out. Every city is linked to a particular star constellation, and Atlanta is also linked to a particular star constellation. That's why the sexual energy is so potent. It's because of the star constellation it's linked to. That's why the energy is like the way it is. It's based on the star constellation. You know what I mean? But that's like because I've traveled around, I see that for myself now. I wouldn't have been able to come to that conclusion if I didn't travel. That's why it's important to travel so that you can see these things being reflected. Like no, dumb people didn't build these cities. These cities were perfectly designed to be in alignment with certain star constellations. That's how they were designed. You know what I mean? But that's just how the world is. Like That's why if you know what energy it's in tune with, you can be successful. This is why people do drugs, right? This is why, because if you can tap into the spirit of the city, it can guide you along the path so that you can get yourself right. Exactly. It's all about how you harness the energy. So some people choose to harness this energy to get some pussy. Some of the people harness this energy to get some dick. Some of the people harness this energy to get some money. Some of these people to harness it, to get their fashion game on point. It just depends on what they want to do. And of course, lastly, some people utilize this energy to awaken their spirituality, right? It all depends on how you want to use the energy. So that's what I mean. I'm seeing all manifestations of it's the same energy just being channeled differently. It is a very, very sexual, potent energy just being channeled in particular paths, right? So when you start traveling to different cities and just seeing how every city works, because the question always comes up, what makes every city different? It's because of the energy that's being pulled from the stars. I'm going to talk about my next video is going to be called the Masonry of the Stars, and that's why I'm laying the foundation right now. My next video is going to be called Masonry of the Stars. The subtitle is The Hidden Forces of Nature. 322. And we still haven't scratched the surface. Yeah, like I'm just giving an overview. Like I'm not gonna make this no hour long or nothing like that. Can I speak on semen therapy again? Like a whole video, or do you have a specific question? You know what I mean? I can answer whatever question you want to know. Whatever you want to know, man. But of course, let's just talk about it anyway. The reason why these things work with you is urine, like any fluids that's produced from your body. The reason why they work is because it's alkaline. Your body purifies all liquids that comes from the body. So the sexual fluids, such as the semen, the blood, or the urine. So semen, or the sexual fluids from the woman, the blood, or the urine. All these can be used as a form of therapy. Obviously, we know about vampires sucking blood. You know what I mean? Obviously, women like to swallow semen. Some, not all, but if they hardcore, that's something that they enjoy doing. Of course, if you flow the opposite way, then it'll be the opposite way, vice versa, whatever. So it's therapeutic because this is what people do anyway, right? The thing is though, like unless you're turned on, unless you're sexually stimulated, this shit is fucking disgusting, right? What do I think about the circle for rituals or casting a circle? So let me finish this point. I'll talk about casting a circle. Casting a circle just keeps the energy within the sphere. So when they say circle, they're really talking about a sphere because it's more than a circle. It's actually a sphere that penetrates all matter. So when you cast a circle or cast a sphere, it holds the energy in. So let's just say you do a sex ritual within a casted circle. It amplifies the energy. So when you release it, it shoots the energy out, such as the energy of Mars. So just like the energy of Mars is like a laser beam of energy, a straight direct shot of energy. That's basically why you cast a circle, so that you can amplify and build energy up, build energy up, build energy up. Just like you're about to have an orgasm and you blast energy off when you open up the circle into a particular intention or direction. That's why you do it. So it all depends. It all depends how you use the energy. But back to the fluids. Like unless you're sexually stimulated, all this shit is fucking disgusting, right? You know what I mean? You ain't thinking about fucking swallowing semen and drinking your own urine and all this shit. This shit is fucking disgusting. Unless you're sexually stimulated. Now, that shit is right up your alley. Trust me. You know what I mean? I don't particularly thinking about, oral going down on a woman if I'm not sexually stimulated. But once I am, then it's a whole different story. Whole different story. You're willing to do a lot more because your conscious mind is being shut down, such as when people drink alcohol. You start to think a little bit further. You start to think a little bit more abstract, right? So all these things that people find disgusting, urine therapy, semen therapy, blood therapy, was good. You have to be sexually stimulated. If you can't pass that barrier, like I'm not gonna ever drink my own urine. All right, well, have sex with your woman, then try it. It'll be an easier time. You need to take your mind out of the conscious realm. You need to think more abstract because the shit works. You know what I mean? But you gotta be in a certain state of mind. So, like if you're the type of dude that's walking around horny all the time, every woman is going to look desirable, right? Because you're fucking horny. So even if the woman isn't necessarily a Beyonce type or a Rihanna type, she just may have a little back on her. That's all you fucking need. You getting it in. Because you already in that space. But after you get that nut off, you take your ass outside and you looking at women, it ain't the same. Like, all right, I can actually stay focused now. Now looking at every bumper, I can actually stay focused. I can walk down the street and think about something else. What do I know about Saturn's cube? Peace from Florida. Shout out to motherfucking Florida. I see you pimping. What's up, Florida? I definitely gotta come down to Florida. Definitely gotta go to Chicago. I think that may be the next two places. Florida, Chicago. Where else? Arizona. I get a lot of love in Arizona. Where else? Arizona, Chicago, Florida. Those are like I would say the most love. And I know everybody's everywhere. London, spiritual warfare been crazy out here. Oh, you already know. But getting back to Saturn's cube, New Mexico has portals? Absolutely. It's portals everywhere. Every city is a portal. That's what a city is. A city is a portal. So every city is a portal. But getting back to Saturn's cube, because do I have Saturn? Do I have a magical square of Saturn? I may actually have it. Hold on. I think I may actually have it, or I may be. What energy am I working with? Hold on. Let me see. I may actually have that. Give me 1 second. Let me see what I'm working with. So I've been working heavy with Saturn. Obviously, as you see, the middle finger is Saturn, right? That's why this is the most offensive thing you can do, right? What's up, Lil Smoke? This is Saturn, right? That's why I got my rings on my Saturn hand, just working deep with Saturn. Like my whole shit is ritualistic. Let me see. Hold on. I think this is Saturn. Is this Saturn? Yeah. Okay. Trust me, I'm working heavy with Saturn. All right. I'm working heavy with Saturn. No, I was talking about Atlanta. Like, it's a lot more people. Like, I did a video earlier. It wasn't really that many people, so I just started talking about some other shit. But yeah, feel free to ask me questions. If y'all wanna ask questions, ask questions. Since everybody's here, it is what it is. You need a lesson on Supreme Mathematics and Supreme Alphabet. What you want to know about Supreme Mathematics and Supreme Alphabet? I can ask me about it. I'll tell you anything you want to know. What you want to know about Supreme Mathematics and Supreme Alphabet? What do I know about 333? 333, you can say it's a number of Jimi Hendrix, it's a number of the rock star, it's a number of Jupiter, it's a number of expansion. Obviously, 3 plus 3 plus 3 is the number 9, the energy of Mars. So it's definitely the energy of creative expression. So if you want to better express yourself creatively, creative expression. So it's the number 3. So number 3 is a number of creative expression. So obviously the reason why I say it's a number of Jimi Hendrix because Jimi Hendrix channeled in an energy of death. That's why he was deep into psychedelics. 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. 9 is the energy of death. So 333 is creative expression to the third power, which is the energy of death, being able to completely transform reality. That's what he did with rock. Obviously that's what made him the best guitar player we have ever seen in our time. Just a quick overview. What y'all want to know? Ask me whatever question. Tesla said 3, 6, and 9 is important. That's what I'm talking about. 3, 6, and 9, that's exactly why it is. Any multiple of 3 is very, very important. But in order to truly understand, actually, I can show you motherfuckers right now. You want to know why 3, 6 is not 3, 6, and 9 is so important? Let me show you why. I can show you why. I got the tablet right here. Let me show you why. Because somebody asked me about DC. I haven't been to DC yet. I'm going to be in DC from March 10th to the 17th. I'm going to be in DC for a whole week. So I'll be able to tell you more about DC once I'm there. But I haven't been there as of yet. But I will definitely keep y'all in tune. So let me show y'all why 3, 6, and 9 is so important. Just in case for the ones that don't know. Give me 60 seconds. I just need to. I'm about to write out this diagram. I'll show y'all in just 1 second. 2, 3. 1 second. I'm gonna write it out for you. All right, y'all see that? Y'all see that? That's 1 through 9, right? Y'all see? Can y'all see that clearly? So we'll make sure it's not backwards. All right. So you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? Now watch and learn. This is gonna be sloppy as hell, but bear with me. Just trying to draw this real quick. So there is a secret to 3, 6, and 9 for you motherfuckers that didn't do this before. Make sense? If y'all need me to explain this shit, do y'all get it? If y'all don't get it, I'll explain it. But y'all should be able to get this shit. If y'all don't understand, let me know. If it rings a bell, then you can see what I'm talking about. That's why 3, 6, and 9 is so important. That's the secret. Because every time when you break these numbers down, they're gonna all break down to the number 3, the number 6, or the number 9. If you chant 333, it's gonna enhance your creative expression. So if you're an artist, chant 333, it makes you more creative, or it helps you to express your creativity more easily. So for example, with me, I chant 333 and my Photoshop skills will be on point. I'm able to create like my thumbnails. Y'all see all those creative thumbnails on my channel? That's what it is. So if I wanna tap into some creativity, do some thumbnails for my videos or do some creative shit, anything creative, 333. Are there any negatives to this? Any negatives to what? Numerology, or are you talking about something specifically? Let me see. But yeah, that's the number 3. The number 3 is the number of Jupiter. Just in case y'all don't know, your life path is 3. My life path is 3 as well. So I know all about that. That's why it's easy for me to think about 3. Oh, is there any negative to chant the numbers? Yeah. There's a negative to everything, though. Life is positives and negatives, right? So it's a negative to everything. So 3 has positives, 3 has negatives. The negatives of 3 is you may overindulge. Like 3 is definitely the party number. So it's possible to party too much. It's possible to not, to be a little bit too friendly and too fun and not get your business taken care of. So there are negatives of all the numbers. So of course, but it's that's just a law of polarity. There's a negative to everything. So you just gotta balance it out. So that's why you work with all energies and don't you gotta know about all these energies so that you can know what to work with at what time for what situation, as opposed to depending too much on something else. Yeah, you can ask a question about whatever you want, man. Let me make sure. Somebody asked, what does 1111 mean? It's the number of the moon. Your mind is manifesting. You have to see when you see these numbers, or you have to pay attention to when you see 1111. 1111, it depends on where you see it, what you was thinking at the time, because it represents a number of new creation, manifestation of a new creation. So it's giving you little secrets. You're peeping into the future. You know what I mean? I know about twin flames. Yeah, we know all about twin flames. We know all about twin flames. What don't we know? You know, we all know. We all have our own understanding. So it take a lot of time to explain these things. That's why I be making these hour-long videos, because these things be taking a minute. You can't really explain the science of 1111 in one video, but I can make a whole video on 1111 if y'all want it. How's the energy in Atlanta? Very sexual energy. But definitely rewatch the video. I talked a little bit more about it in the beginning. So definitely full of sexual energy. Where are the holes? The holes are all over the planet. It's holes all over the planet. It's portals all over the planet. So yeah, y'all, I can make a whole video, because I get asked about 1111 all the time. I can make a whole video on it. So if y'all let me know if y'all want that. But definitely, still, all in all, it's nothing but love for Atlanta, because you need to fuse with that sexual energy. You definitely see the potentials and the possibilities of sexual energy and the sex force. You see the possibilities. You see what's possible. Like, okay, I can use this energy to get women or men. I can use this energy to get money. I can use this energy to get material things. I can use this energy to stay fresh. I can use this energy for my spirituality. It just really depends on how you want to do it. With the energy of Saturn, do I have a video on numerology? I'm pretty sure I have a video on numerology, but watch my playlist on alchemy. If y'all really want to know more about the numbers, I got a whole playlist on alchemy, because this is alchemy. So watch my playlist on alchemy for those who may not be familiar with my older videos, or who don't want to shift through all these videos. I got a whole playlist. Watch my playlist on alchemy if you really want to understand the numbers. I go through all the numbers. I just haven't really spoke about it as of late, but I have spoke about all these things before. So definitely, if you haven't seen my playlist, watch my playlist. I'm pretty sure every question you can possibly ask has been answered at some point. But hold on, I may have missed a question. Let's see. Keep seeing 305. 305, I believe that's Florida. That's Miami. That's the area code of Miami. 305. You need that supreme mathematics. Well, what do you want to know about supreme mathematics? I did a whole video on supreme mathematics, actually. Let me direct you to the video. I don't remember the title of it though, but I'm about to find out right now. So for those who may want to know about supreme mathematics, let me direct you to the video. Give me 1 second. I just need to look for the title, cause I don't be remembering these titles. I'm constantly doing videos. But give me 1 second. I'll tell you exactly what the video is. 1 second. 1 second. Let me get to it. Is it reverse psychology? I believe it's my video I did called reverse psychology. No, this is it was after this. Watch my video on reverse psychology, but I'll give you the exact title. Hold on. Shit, I don't know where it is. Just type in my name. Type in reverse psychology. I know that's the subtitle. It's something reverse psychology. I talked all about it, but I can go in now if y'all want me to. If y'all don't wanna look for the video. Your life path 11. Any advice? What does it mean? It's a number of the moon. Number 11 is a master number. The number 11, the number 22, and the number 33, and sometimes 44 are master numbers. So whenever you're dealing with a master number, you have to take into double account what that number means. So you're dealing with the energy of the number 2, but you're also dealing with the energy of 11. 11 is a double sun or a dark sun, right? It's the energy of the dark sun as well as the energy of the moon. So when you have 1111, you're dealing with the dark sun or the subconscious sun. So whenever people see 1111, their minds are manifesting. You're seeing into your subconscious mind. So whenever you see 1111, this is giving you insight into your subconscious mind. Your mind is materializing itself through the lunar energy, because the lunar energy materializes itself in the physical realm. That's why they say when you reprogram your subconscious mind will reflect outwardly. This whole world around us, we are living within our subconscious mind. So when you're able to pinpoint certain things, so you just got to ask yourself, when you see 1111, or if this is your life path, you got to see in what situations do you see 1111 and what it can mean. You have to piece the patterns together. So whenever you see 1111, take note of it. Constantly take note of what you were thinking at the time, what environment you were in. You have to create a pattern, create a path, and to see what can possibly. And of course, you got to study your dreams. You got to study your dreams because you're going to be seeing it in your dreams too. All right. You've been following me for 6 weeks. Oh, damn. 6 weeks. 6 weeks, bro. Fuck. And you want a brief overview? Yeah, we've been at this for like 6 years now. We like 5-6 years in. But if you want me to sum it up, I talk about the dark side. I talk about the subconscious mind. I talk about the conscious mind. I talk about alchemy. I talk about supreme mathematics. I talk about anything esoteric, Gnosticism, Sufism, the Kabbalah, mysticism, channeling spirits, aliens, alchemy, hermeticism, universal laws. We talk about it all. Women, money, sex, drugs, psychedelics. You know what I mean? What don't we talk about? That's what I want to know. What don't we talk about? We talk about the witching hour. We talking about melanin. We talking about carbon 666. You know what I mean? Have I heard about Solus the Wise One? Yeah, I think I'm subscribed. To him. I'm not sure. I know who he is. I don't know who the fuck D-Lo is. I don't know who these guys are. Not real. Bitcoin. What about Bitcoin? I made a whole video about Bitcoin though. Watch my video. I'll title this later. Number 3. I have 5 videos that's called I'll title this later. Watch the third one. I went heavy into Bitcoin. Just in case you want to know. If you want to know about Bitcoin. All right. But yeah, but I've been around. The thing is, like, I've been around for a long time. You know what I mean? So like all these new dudes, I'm not really in tune with them. Wonder if I can manifest net with two. Wait, what are you saying? New reflections. Wonder if you can manifest asharenu into. You wonder if you can manifest asharenu into your life. You did. We met. We had. You did. You actually did. All right. You know what I mean? You actually did do that. Right? We met each other and had a good time. Right? We actually did. So again, shout out to Atlanta. That's why it's both sides of it. It's always the positive and the negative. You know what I mean? You had to have some good shit. You had to have some bad shit. But you know what I mean? Definitely shout out to that. That was a good moment in the Atlanta trip. You said hold on. He said no. He said she can do it Afro pick. She did. You know what I mean? What was that, yesterday? I met her yesterday. So yeah, but I know yeah, I met her yesterday. So it's nothing but love. Of course, you already know Ashima. I definitely met Ashima ASMR. You already know I fuck with ASMR heavy. You know what I mean? Shout out to you, Queen. But yeah, I definitely she said she wants to meet up again. I'm pretty sure we'll meet up again. I don't see why not. But definitely shout out to the two daughters. You know what I mean? Shout out to the daughter. She teaching her kids right. She putting the truth in her kids' heads already. You know what I mean? So shout out to you. You know what I mean? Excellent mother. But I'm just sitting here playing with this weed. Let me roll this shit up. Let me roll this up. I'm just sitting there playing with it. Let me see. But yeah, you know what I mean? Any more questions? You smoking right now? I got a little something rolled up. I'm just kinda when I be talking, I love y'all too. I love y'all too, trust me. Do I follow back on Instagram? Yeah, I follow everybody on Instagram. If you following me on Instagram, I'm following you. Anything planned when I get back to Cali? Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do this city to city, city to city. You know what I mean? I just want to do it low key. You know what I mean? I don't like everybody to know the information if you ain't coming through. You know what I mean? Like, so if you don't plan on meeting up, you ain't gonna know where the meetup is. So you will have to hit me directly. So that's why I wanted people to hit me directly. So I'm not just gonna blast it out. Yeah, I'm gonna be here at 3 o'clock, and the wrong people fucking show up. We don't want that. So I hit people directly. Yeah, I got you, Millennium. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about you earlier. I still gotta do a natal reading. I got you, bro. You know what I mean? I don't know what happened to you. You know what I mean? You ain't hit me up in like 4 days. I don't know what happened to you, man. I'm like, dude, like, oh, did he forget his reading? But you know what I mean? I know everybody got a life. Everybody got a life, so it's all good. But I definitely got you, bro. You definitely next up on the list. You definitely next up. I'll probably get to you. If I don't do another video, I'll definitely get you. If I don't get you tonight, then I definitely got you tomorrow. Cause I believe it's supposed to be raining for the next 2 days, so I'm not really gonna be able to do too much outside. It's supposed to be raining for the next 2 days. So I definitely got you, bro. So don't even trip. Don't even trip. What does it mean to be a triple Scorpio? I mean, it just means that, and I'm assuming you mean ascendant Scorpio, a sun Scorpio, and the moon Scorpio. It did, like doesn't like Scorpio. The moon in Scorpio doesn't really function well. The moon in Scorpio don't function well. The sun in Scorpio functions well. Ascendant in Scorpio is okay. So to be a triple Scorpio, you're definitely going to be a very, very emotional person. Very, very emotional person. You said you commute 3 hours a day? Don't even trip, bro. Don't even trip. You know what I mean? Don't even trip. Again, I know everybody got a life, you know what I mean? So we all have to revolve around each other's schedules. So don't even trip, man. But you gonna definitely get what you paid for. You gonna definitely get what you paid for, so you ain't got no worries with that. You gonna get what you paid for. So don't even trip. I'm gonna definitely hit you up after the video, so don't trip. I got you. Holla at you when I'm here. I'm gonna definitely let y'all know. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm in DC, cause I got events. Like, so I'm gonna be hitting the stage. So actually, I guess I don't really have to do a meet and greet in DC because I'm already doing like I'm doing a free event. So you can actually just come to the event. You can see me speaking on stage. You know what I mean? So if you definitely want to meet me up in DC, I'm already gonna be doing events in DC. Check out my Facebook. If you want to know more information about that. So definitely just come to the meetup. You know what I mean? You're gonna see me on stage for about 30 minutes, then on the 10th, you're gonna see me on stage for about 30 minutes, then on the 17th, I'll be on stage for like 2 hours. So yeah, definitely come check me out. It's gonna definitely be wicked. The topics are gonna be on the 10th. I'm gonna be talking about how to flourish in sex magic, how to flourish with your sex magic. Because of course we in the city of sex right now. So I'm gathering that information as we fucking speak. And on the 17th, I'm going to be talking about the 9 elements of alchemy, which is going to be for 2 hours. You know what I mean? So you already know I gotta run through that shit real quick, point after point after point after point after point. So yeah, definitely, if you're gonna be in DC on the 10th or the 17th, definitely check me out. I'll be there. You can hear the singing in the halls. This is what I'm saying. I want y'all to hear this shit. This shit don't stop. This shit do not stop. Trust me, it gets even crazy. You think it's actually not really that crazy now. It gets crazy. Trust me. After 7 o'clock, motherfuckers be going ham. You know what I mean? I should go live. You know what I mean? When people fucking, but I don't want to invade nobody's privacy. Even though I'm pretty sure they don't give a fuck. But you already know this. This is welcome to Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta. Everybody's a superstar. Everybody's a superstar in their own mind. So you can't tell nobody shit. Everybody's a shit in their own mind. I say, hey, so be it. I would prefer people to have a lot of self confidence in themselves to be low self esteem people. I prefer the high confidence, even though it makes some people assholes. It makes some people assholes, but I would prefer to deal with assholes than people walking around with their heads down with a slave mentality. You know what I mean? So I can respect it. So that's what I mean. I would prefer to deal with people with high standards than low standards, even if they have no reason to have high standards. How do you use your pet snake to boost your magic? Look up the snake animal totem. Type in snake animal totem and look up all of the spiritual qualities of the snake. So the snake animal totem. Or just watch my last video, The Secrets of Alchemy. The Secrets of Alchemy. Watch the video I just did before this video. I talked about the snake in that video as well. So whatever perspective you wanna come from, then just come from it. It's all love, whatever perspective. So yeah, we gotta keep grinding. We gotta keep grinding. Like I said, Atlanta, it ain't been all peaches and cream. Like I said, I came down here to see my son, to see the family. That didn't necessarily go as planned, but that's just what happens because we're dealing with the energy of Saturn. It's all about you gotta go through those levels. But we're gonna do what we do. How much for a natal reading? I got everything is on my website, asharenu.com. So definitely check out the website, asharenu.com, and click on services. But natal readings go for $50 now, and the price will be going up because I didn't figured out some other shit now. I didn't figured out how to make my shit even more advanced. So every time I add a layer to the readings, the price is gonna go up. So you know what I mean. But it's definitely well worth it because there is nowhere else on the planet you can get these type of readings. It's completely original. You know exactly. These shits are completely original. You can't find this nowhere else. So as I continue to advance, then you're definitely gonna get what you pay for every single time. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. So whether it's the natal reading, the numerology reading, the consultation, or the tarot reading, you're gonna definitely get what you paid for. Trust me. Let me see. So overall, I would definitely say if you want to see some satanic sexual money magic, Atlanta is the place to be. Atlanta is the place to be. You don't fuck with the other people that's lying. Neither do I. Neither do I. You know what I mean? We definitely got to keep it real. Cause the last thing you want is somebody wanting a fucking refund after you didn't put in that work. You know what I mean? Who the fuck wants that? Where the flyer at? Oh, the flyer is I guess I gotta make a separate page. I don't know, cause the flyer is. I can leave a link in the description. It's also it's a link. It's yeah. Let me. I'll link. It's a Facebook event as well. So if you got me on Facebook, then you can definitely tap in. But if you don't have a Facebook, I can definitely send you the link. So if you are interested in coming to the events in DC, send me an email and I will send you the link to the flyer in the event. If you need my email, it's lordasar@gmail.com, LORDASAR@gmail.com. So if you definitely need more information for that DC event, you can get it there. I'm probably going to make a video. I'm going to make a video about the DC event and have the links in the description of that event. Hold on. Okay, so what do I think about XXX? I don't even know how to say his name. What is it? I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say his name. I only heard one song from the dude and it didn't do anything for me. You know. Just like the dude, what's the dude name? 6ix9ine? Takashi 6ix9ine. You know what I mean? To me, he's like the modern day 3-6 Mafia. Yeah, I see you. I'm gonna add you to the group, no doubt. But you know, it's no disrespect. It's no disrespect to the new dudes. I'm just a little older. You know what I mean? I'm just a little older, and of course, I'm an artist myself, so I'm all about bars. I'm all about lyrics. So it don't have the same effect on me that it has on people who don't write bars and people who don't understand hip hop, people that listen to hip hop who but don't understand. So it don't affect me the same way it affect other people. You know what I mean? So for me, you know what I mean, I write my own bars. X10 taste sheet. No, I don't know. Again, I heard one song from him and it was alright. It didn't necessarily move me. It didn't spark me to listen to any more of his music. But it's no knock to him personally. It just don't really fit me. He has some bars on a few joints. Did you hear what you just said? Did you hear what you just said? He has some bars on a few joints. And that's supposed to be enough for me to want to listen to more? Be more active on Twitter? I should. I definitely should. But I don't really understand Twitter. I don't really understand Twitter. See, I know everybody has a preference. Some people like Instagram, some people like Twitter, some people like Facebook, some people like YouTube. Twitter, like I don't really understand. Like the only thing I would be putting on Twitter is just like posts about I guess what's on my mind. I don't really understand the concept of Twitter. I'm still getting it. Like what is the point of Twitter? You just post what you're thinking at the time. Like, I don't know. He speaks about astral projection. Okay. He speaks about it. So that's supposed to make me want to listen to the whole song because he spoke about astral projection. Tupac spoke about astral projection. But he spoke about a lot more than astral projection. It took you 5 years to understand Twitter. You don't fully get it. This is what I'm saying. Like Twitter is like a whole nother language. Twitter is like a whole different language. And again, no knock to Twitter. I just have to. I don't fully understand Twitter to be able to utilize Twitter to like build up a following. You know what I mean? Like I don't have a deep enough grasp. So if y'all whoever understand Twitter, hit up my email and show me how to use that shit. If y'all understand Twitter, because I just don't really get it. I can't fully grasp it. But of course, you know, I'm still learning like everybody else. I don't even fully understand YouTube either. When I make a video I can make the video about 3, 6, and 9. It just depends. It just depends on what y'all want. You know what I mean? I can make a video on anything, any subject, and it just y'all just let me know what y'all want. You know what I mean? I just want to make the videos that people would actually want to watch. That's why I do. That's why I do the videos to answer everybody's questions, so that to at least give some insight. Because it may not take a whole hour to explain something, but then sometimes it takes a whole hour to explain something. But sometimes it can be answered with one question. Sometimes it take a lot of questions. That's also why I do my videos live, so that if a question does come up, I can answer the question while I'm explaining the video. as opposed to I make a whole fucking video and people is fucking confused. So I like for people to interact directly. Twitter is different. Yeah, it's like going over to Tokyo. To me, like Twitter is like going over to Tokyo for the first time, and you trying to understand the culture. You know what I mean? But so it'll take some time. It'll take some time. But one thing at a time. You know what I mean? I still gotta perfect my website and all that. What are my thoughts on religion? Twitter is lit when all your friends are on. I guess that's with any social media, right? I'm pretty sure Snapchat is lit. When you with the homies, I'm pretty sure the homies make anything lit, right? But what are my thoughts on religion? It's for people who are not who's not into the esoteric ways of life, who's into the exoteric way of life. If you're into the exoteric way of life, study religion. If you're into the esoteric, study spirituality. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I don't even. I just get on this social media shit. I'm not gonna front. I just get on social media to post whatever I got to post. Then I get the fuck up out of there. Like, you know what I mean? People be expressing the most craziest shit on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. That shit be crazy. I'm like, I can't give too much energy to it. It'll fuck your mood. I've been happy. I got on Facebook, then I feel some type of way because somebody is like talking about some shit. That shit'll fuck your whole mood up sometimes. You know what I mean? You said follow you on Twitter, but I follow everybody back. So if you following me on Twitter, on Instagram, or whatever, if you friend me on Facebook, I follow everybody back. So I like to be in tune with everything, but sometimes that shit be getting a little bit too crazy for me. Tips on channel and creativity, chant 333. Chant the number 333 if you wanna get more in tune with your creativity. So 333, 333, 333, 333. Of course, inhale some of the herbal essence. So, it's a pretty small joint, but I don't really need that much. I should have been lit this up. All right. Mundane on Facebook. You already know what it is. Facebook can definitely get crazy. Yeah, life is, to me, like you start to appreciate life when you get off of social media. You start to appreciate life. Could you see how fucked up people's emotions are, and just how much shit people really go through? Because people put everything on social media, so like you really be seeing what the fuck people be going through, and sometimes you like it sucks you into that shit. That victim mentality is real. That victim mentality is real on social media, so you gotta separate your shit. Like I understand. Like that'll be something you have to break down in person. So I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? I'll figure it out. Just give me some time. I still gotta learn how to skateboard. You know what I mean? I gotta prepare for the presentation. I got a lot to do, but I'm pretty sure everybody does too. Everybody got mad shit to do. And you like World Star? Like I haven't been on World Star in years. I already know not to even get on World Star. I already know like I would never type. I'll never begin to type in World Star unless I'm high and I just want to laugh, and I'll be on that shit all day. But nah, sometimes that's why I do smoke. Sometimes I just need to laugh because I be so tuned into the spiritual shit. Sometimes I just need to disconnect and laugh. So it's fucking crazy. Like I kind of smoke to detach from spirituality because I'm already in tune to this shit. Well, I know some people smoke to get in tune. I be smoking to tap the fuck out and do some mundane shit. I want to smoke and do some mundane shit. Cause I'm already doing spiritual shit 24/7 anyway. Like I need that. I'm like, oh, this is my break. But I'm not sure how to navigate with this. Cause I believe weed is illegal in Atlanta. Peace, peace. Weed is illegal, so I don't even know if I'm even supposed to be smoking this shit. So okay, so how do you How do you smoke and not get caught? For all the, because I know there's a lot of people that are in states that weed is illegal, right? So I know for all the people who live in states where the weed is illegal, how do you still smoke this if you are inside of a hotel? Y'all let me know. If you don't have a pipe, how do you not get caught? Because you know what I'm saying? I don't want to fire this up and they fucking knock on my door. Maybe I just need to take my ass outside. Who knows? Yeah, I'm actually gonna roll this a little bit bigger. Yeah, let me roll this a little bigger. Smoking the vents in the bathroom. See, I knew somebody was with the shits. They gonna be doing something with the fire detector. The fire detector is ripped out of the fucking wall. Actually, I think I may be able to get away with it. I think I may be able to get, because this. Trust me, y'all hear that shit, right? You know what I mean? You hear? I know y'all hear that shit. Trust me, this shit is gonna be going on all night, all night, all night. Almost in the crib. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think I just need to spark this shit up. I think I just need to, like, there is no fire detector. There is no fire detector. That motherfucker is. Y'all think I'm lying? I can show y'all right now. All right, let me show y'all. Y'all think I'm bullshitting? Let me show y'all. Let me show you how this shit is. Hold on. Let me show y'all this fire detector, or this so-called fire detector. All right. Yeah, see? Yeah. Welcome to fucking Atlanta. Welcome to fucking Atlanta. Let me show y'all this fire detector. Nah. This is what I'm saying. Everybody thinks they're a superstar. In their mind. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah. Let me show y'all. There we go. You see that? Let me zoom in. Right? There's a smoke detector. Right? Turn the shower on, let the steam fill the room. Put the towel at the base of the door. Yeah, shout out to all my fucking criminals. Shout out to all my criminals who know exactly how to get away with this shit. Shout out to all my underworld heads. Y'all already know, see. Sometimes I be thinking it's just me. Sometimes I be thinking it's just me. What do I know? What do I think about Uranus going into Taurus in May? You might as well just smoke, yeah. Oh yeah, I'm about to light up. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna light up. Let me see. Let me make sure I got enough battery. Actually, no, we have like 20%. So let me plug it up. All right, so let me plug this. Let me plug it up. I'm gonna light up. Let me plug up my charger so the phone don't go out. So give me 1 second. One second. Plug this shit up right now. All right, we good. All right. Sound like my voice is going out? No, I got this in my nose on purpose. I purposely got tissue in my nose. You in Atlanta? You attending a wedding? It's all good. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who tried to make it. You know what I mean? No hard feelings. Again, I know life happens. Get a vape. You know why I don't fuck with vapes? Because I've had a vape pen 2 times. I had the same vape pen 2 times. And it got lost both fucking times. So that's why I don't have one. I bought one, it got lost. Bought another one, it fucking got lost. It's like, man, I might fuck those pens. So that's why I don't have one. You doing a breathing thing? Yeah. Breathing through the right nostril or the masculine nostril. For all my people who know that science. So definitely, everything is always alchemical. It's always alchemical. Uh-oh. The phone and dropped like 5 fucking times. But you know. Let me just put this down here. Cause we don't have to deal with that, honestly. I'll put it right here. There we go. So let me roll this up and we can smoke up. So yeah, instead of just, y'all let me know any questions so we can keep the energy flowing. Unless y'all just want to kick it. Y'all just want to listen to the background singing. You know what I mean? We can just listen to the background singing. Okay. Have I ever watched The Secret? Yeah. I saw The Secret before back in 2009. It's been like 10 years. Oh, y'all y'all don't want to hear that shit. Y'all don't want to hear that shit? Alright. Okay. Let me put on some music. I'm just giving y'all the real. This is welcome to Atlanta. And you see, right, this ain't just something a motherfucker is just doing just to have fun. A motherfucker is feeling themselves heavy. But you know, you need that, right? But let me put on some music. Alright. Put on some Nox Arcana. Alright. I won't bore y'all no more. So let's get to business. Yeah, it's real shit, right? I gotta show y'all those examples. Trust me. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna spark this up before we get up out of here. So let me turn the shower on. I'm gonna turn the shower on. This is Nox Arcana. Let me just pull it up to the screen. Hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna turn the shower on. I'm gonna put the towel under the door. And we're gonna have a mystical flight. Alright? And we can actually talk about some substance, right? I don't want y'all just sitting and watching and I'm not doing nothing. Not here to waste nobody's time. So we can get some cards pulled or something. We're gonna get the energy up. Do it. It's all type of shit going on now. You did a cold ass read? What do you mean? What does that mean? Let me bless the herb before we go in. Oh, okay. Tarot reading. Got you. Hopefully it gave you some insight into the ethers and what's going on and how it can best be utilized for your particular situations. Let me bless a piece of such a so hip hop and such a Alright, let's get it in. Now that that's out the way. You already know, definitely gotta put those blessings in. Definitely gotta put those blessings in. You know what I mean? Always pray before you smoke. If you don't already. Feel me? Keep your shields up. You know what I mean? This shit right here had me super fucked up last night. So, you already know. So let's get to business, shall we? We're not gonna do too much partying. You know? We just let the people get out of here who weren't supposed to be in here. But for all those who stuck around, you in for a motherfucking treat, because we might as well just go into the video. I was gonna do any fucking way. We can just do this shit right here on the motherfucking spot. So we're gonna do it right here on the motherfucking spot. The name of the video is called The Masonry of the Stars. The Secret Force of Hidden Nature. Actually, let me try to put it back up here so y'all can see more, just in case I want to show some examples. Okay. So we're gonna make sure that this is good. And we're gonna get right into this shit. We're gonna go straight into this shit. So we was just distracting those who weren't supposed to be here, right? We gotta be strategic with our madness. We gotta be strategic with it. You know what I mean? So that's why we smoked anyway. Let me actually light this candle too. Gotta do the Birdman hand rub. We're gonna definitely bust the Birdman hand rub. We're gonna bust the hand rub. I'm gonna make sure that this doesn't fall anymore. Oh, trust me. Y'all be thinking I'm playing. Y'all be thinking I'm playing. Alright, this is what we can do. Exactly. Yeah. Do it like this. Alright. Gotta hear that metal scraping. Anyway, let's get it in. Alright. So we got a couple notes. Alright. So first and foremost, the secret number of the day is 322. Alright? Secret number of the day is 322. What is 322? The number of the skull and bones. Now, not the number of skull and bones as we think it is, like some type of Illuminati clip. The skull and bones in terms of the meaning of the skull, the crystal skulls. What are the crystal skulls? The skulls that preserve the DNA of the culture and remains intact. What do I mean? Let's light up a candle. Alright? Shout out to New Creations. Definitely check out New Creations. This is definitely a Masar candle. Alright? Real shit. So 322, 322, 322, 320. So as I'm speaking, keep that thought in mind. 322, 322, 322, 322, 322. So we're gonna find out what this is really talking about. Did I carve a sigil on the candle? No, we didn't carve no sigil. It's already programmed. We good. So, but you can do that. If you did want to do that, that is something you can do. You can put 322 into your candle. So for all my candle burners or my fire workers, you can definitely scribe numerology into the candle, into the wax, because it's wax. You know, you can imprint. That's a form of earth magic or earth manifestation, because that's what you had to do. You know, especially when hip hop, keep it on wax, 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 wax. Right, the actual record is wax. So this is definitely a form of earth magic, because you're working with all type of materials and pressing it together with pressure. So all these materials are being impressed with an intention, right, and then burned into the grooves or the waves. So 322, as we see, it's a 3, because everybody's asking about the number 3. The number 3 is about expansion. So what's being expanded upon? What is this 22? All right. We know that 2 plus 2 is 4, but we also add 2. So we take into account every number. The 22, as we know, is a master number. So it's an expansion of the 22. What is the 22? 22 is the number of the master builder. The master builder. So expansion of the master builder. What is this? What are these? What does the builder do? The builder bases their whole lifestyle upon mathematics. Expansion of the master builder. Now you have the 2 plus 2, which goes into 4. We know 4 is a number of Rahu. Rahu is the master planner. Like when you want the map, number 4 is the map. Remember, you have 4 elements. So when you press all 4 elements together, it's the maps, all 4 directions, 4 elements, whatever. So you know you're dealing with the earth. You're dealing with earth energy. Number 4 is Rahu. We know Rahu is all about ambition. It was the demon amongst gods. So out of all of the number, Rahu would be considered the demon or the darkest, the one who's willing to go the alternative paths. All right. So you got 322. Expansion of the master builder through what means and what methods. What methods is Rahu willing to take, or what methods are you willing to build upon, right? So as we were saying before, your foundation is not only mathematics, which is your measurements. Mathematics is teach you about measurements to basically be able to identify what everything is. That's all it is. Mathematics is just knowing the difference between this and this and this and this. That's mathematics. Mathematics just gives you a sense of measurement so you can identify what everything is. So once you can identify what everything is, like I was speaking about the last video, that's the purpose of alchemy, that's the purpose of chemistry, being able to mix things and seeing what the results are. You have 108 elements in the periodic table. If you only know about 50 of them, you don't know about 58 of them. So those 58 that you don't know can create possible new combinations that you can't even conceive of at that time, because you're not aware that there's 58 extra elements. Even though you may feel on top of the world just knowing these 50, knowing what you know, you probably was feeling on top of the world when you knew 25. But when you make the discovery that you have 58 lessons or 58 more chambers to travel through before you have a full understanding of said science, now we're going to science. Mathematics is identifying, the ability to identify what's what. Now, the science is, now that you know what said thing is, you know how to work it, how to utilize your hand or your mind, if you're using the body, how to take your hand and do something, such as knowing how to switch So now that you know, we see the mathematics is, okay, I know the difference between the songs. This is not the same song as this. You know that each song is different. The science is you're going to lift up your finger and select which track you want to play. That's what the grooves are on the albums. The needle and the grooves. The needle or the crystal or the diamond. With the old record players, they had that diamond needle, so it was thin enough to play through the grooves. That's the science. The science is the needle. The mathematics is identified. The science is taking a hand and placing it somewhere. That's the master builder, picking up the hand, or in the sense of the master builder, of course, has a hammer. The weapon of choice for the builder is, of course, the hammer. All right? Master builder, we got Rahu. So, finally, we got 3 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 7. Let me drink some water. Kind of get cotton mouth. We're going to take a brief break. So, stay tuned. Three plus 2 equals 7. The number of K2, which is the exact opposite of Rahu. So, with this 322, we have the energy of Rahu as well as the energy of K2, which are complete opposites, right? They're complete contrast. One is black, one is white. They're the complete opposites of each other. One is fire, one is water. But somehow they fuse together through the energy of 7. 7 merges all these energies together. The 3, the 2, the 30, not the 33, the 22, and the 7. They're all. So let me write this down so you have a visual of what I'm saying as well. So we're going to show some diagrams, right, or some symbols. Actually, yeah, we can do this. All right, got to be visual. That's the first level. That's the second level. That's the third level. So you got 3 levels. You got the base number. You have what happens when it adds up to the final. You have these 2 numbers adding together. And you have these 2 numbers, which can go together. So the 2 and the 2 can be the 4, the 3 and the 2 can be the 5. So you have 4, 5, 7 on the sub level. So 322 utilizes the energy of 4, 5, and 7. How so? This is the mathematics. Now we're going to go into the science of what does all this mean? Because as of now, it's just a symbol. But how do you turn a symbol to a sigil? Now we're going to the science. Let's find out. So, this becomes this. Or, since I'm being asked about supreme mathematics, we can do it that way too, so y'all can see a contrast. Because we're talking about the contrast, right? The contrast between the 4 and the 7. So let's see how this will look from a different system, side by side. First, understanding, wisdom, culture, power. Now, like I said, this is just a symbol. These are still just symbols. Because they're still just identifying what we're looking at. Alright? This is just identifications. That's truly what a symbol is, as we were saying. Identification. Now, when you want to implement and give meaning or depth into the whatever the measurement is, for example, a square turning into a cube. You have the square, but how can I turn this square into a cube? How can I add more dimensions or depth into this square and expand it? The 2D becomes the 3D. You start to unlock hidden layers that you were not aware of just with the symbol. This is the way of turning a symbol into a sigil, because you continue to add layers and layers and layers into it, merging it all together and seeing how they all work together, even in the midst of contrast. Let's give examples. As we know, when we expand the 3, it becomes Jupiter. We also know that Jupiter, however you take it, 3 is Jupiter. Jupiter is 3. We know that it deals with expansion. Now, why does Jupiter deal with expansion, right? So we have the basic definitions. But it doesn't add depth into it makes sense. Okay, well, how does all of this make sense? Just because the number 3 is Jupiter and Jupiter means expansion, how does that necessarily make sense? What are you going to do with that? All right? Now, why does Jupiter expand? That's why you contemplate on the why. Right? If we want to add more depth, so we all have a collection of knowledge or a collection of sayings that we all just have in our head. Right? We may have heard it from somewhere else. We may have read it in a book. Information that we extracted out of the universe in whichever way we extracted it. Now that we have extracted the information based on our observation has, as we are giving energy to the universe, we're also receiving energy as feedback. Our energy being directed into the universe is also in contrast feeding us back information into the brain so that the brain can have an idea of what it's looking at. So, why does Jupiter expand? We know that Jupiter obviously is dealing with the element of fire. We also know that Jupiter is the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra, which is under the belly button, 2 inches under the belly button, also the color orange. It's also called the sex chakra. So we're going a step further. Now we have sex in the color orange. Why does sex in the color orange? What do they have in common? what's the relation between sex and the color orange, right? We're starting to think like, okay, so anyway, sex also breaks down to the number 3. Let me show you what I mean. That's the first level. That's the second level. That's the third level. So once we get rid of the 9 goes back into the 1, the 5 goes up, the 24, 2 plus 4 makes it the 6. So we left with 156. Finally, we add up 1, 5, and 6, or basically 6 and 6. At the 1 going into the 5 makes it 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 then goes 1 plus 2 to the 3. Right? So now we established there's a connection between the number 3, Jupiter, expansion, sex, and the color orange. Like you see, we're starting to add more and more depth to just what we know on the surface. Let's continue. Now, what is sex? All right, now, okay, well, what is the correlation of sex? What is sex? Sex can be gender as well as an actual act. It actually has multiple meanings. So it can actually mean more than one thing. It can mean the two of something, or the separate, or basically it can mean the separation of the two becoming the one, or the one becoming the two. In other words, sex can represent the coming together of something or the separation of something. When you want to separate male, female, when you want to bring together sexual intercourse. So sex can mean the coming together of something or the separation of something. Alchemy. Okay. What about the color orange? Let's see. When we observe the color orange, of course we have a fucking example, right? We have a fucking example. When we observe the color orange, which we observe when we see the fire of a candle, what do we see? Expansion. The fire is expanding. That's why when you place your hand up here, there's no fire, but you feel the heat. The heat is expanding. So you feel the heat of the candle all the way up here, although you only can physically see the fire. But you know it's some shit still going on that's heating up your hand because the fire is expanding. Okay. So we see 3, Jupiter, expansion, sex, orange. When you stare at orange, it causes expansion. The color orange causes expansion. So this wasn't just some random combination that somebody threw together that has no logical bearing. there was a reason. There is a reason why these things are connected. The color orange expands. Sex could be the coming together of things or the separation of things. When things come together, that's magnetism. When they break apart, that's electricity. If we're dealing with alchemy, the bringing together of contrast as well as the separation of the two. For example, a magnet hole has a north and a south pole, right? A magnum hole, north pole, south pole. If you was to cut a magnet in half, now they both become magnets, or not become magnets, but now it's not like this is a north pole, this is a south pole. They form their own opposite if they were ever to be separated. They form their own opposite. So this will have a north and a south pole. This will have a north and a south pole. The south pole don't just stay with this one, and the north don't just stay with this one. When they are together as one, there's one north pole, one south pole. If they were to ever separate, get cut in half, they formulate their own north and south poles of both opposites. This is what sex is. This is what alchemy is. This is what art is. This is what creation is. Expansion of what? Creation. So when you stare into the light of a candle, this is why when you stare into it, you start to see images. You can use the flame of a candle to gaze into it as a tool of divination, or a tool of fortune. Jupiter in the tarot is the wheel of fortune. You can tell your fortune. You know, there are people that do things like this are called fortune tellers, because they can tell your fortune by gazing into your light, right? Or looking into your aura, looking into your eyes. They just have their higher senses activated, so they can see more than what you can, or what somebody else can, because they can see more layers. That 2D has became 3D, 4D, 5D. They can just see certain angles that somebody on a basic level cannot. You see that? You see the contrast. When you stare into the orange, you start to see blue. Contrast. When you stare into the orange, you start to see the blue. Just like if you stare at any color too long, you begin to see the opposite reflect. That's how you can start telling the colors of people's auras. When you stare and you look away, like you was to stare into the orange and look away to something white, you would see blue. You would see the opposite. Alright? You would see that before you see that. When you move your eyes, you're gonna see blue. So when you stare into one color, you are generating the opposite. Alchemy. What is the color blue? The third eye. Right? The third eye is associated with the color blue. This is why when you stare into the orange candle, it also, through the use of divination, opens up the third eye. That's why you're able to see things. You can see visions by staring into the candle, because it stimulates the pineal gland, so that when you close your eyes or when you relax your eyes, you can start to see imagery. That's what the color blue does. The color blue allows you to see this imagery. So as we're seeing, this is adding layer after layer after layer after layer after layer. That 2D is 3D now. Nah, this is some 3D shit. But could we go further? What about 4D? We make it 4D. We just getting started, right? We pull out the Wheel of Fortune card. So y'all can see some. We can take it to 4D. Let's take it to 4D. So first and foremost, we're seeing a repeat of these blue and orange colors. We're seeing blue, we're seeing orange. You see the symbol of Jupiter. We see a wheel. We see 3 phases of the wheel. And we also see a 4th dimension. So this is going on in the front. So this is usually the projection. This is the projection of what's going on a quantum level. This is what's going on a quantum level. It looks like just a vibration. This is the vibrational form. On the spiritual form, you're seeing this sacred geometry, which looks like what? Star constellations. You see star constellations. Are we going 4D? Now we're going into the stars. So you see the vibrational waves, the stars, and the actual physical projection. Now, what are the images we see on the physical projections? We see 3 phases. We see a phase of glory, the phase of it's slowly losing, the wheel is beginning to turn, but he's still able to hang on. Then you see where he has no choice but to fall off. Everything has a beginning, middle, and end based upon what? The movement of the stars, which has an influence on the waves, which then has an influence on the projection that we are perceiving with the physical eye. That's why you see a sun in the middle, because it represents light. When we're talking about light, we're talking about illusion. We're talking about the illusions of light, or the manifestations of the mind. Because we know, if this room was too bright, you couldn't see nothing. If this room was too dark, you couldn't see anything. So you need them to come together. You need some light and some darks, even in order to see a clear image. They must meet in the middle. They must meet in the middle. The contrast of light and the contrast of dark must be in the middle for you to manifest clear images. We also see the pyramid. We also see light. We also see a hand here. Why do we see a hand or a fist? Letting you know that there's an even greater dimension. That's 4D. That the movement of the stars are influencing the physical vibration of the earth, which influences our projections of reality. But that's natural science, because that's the same thing that we are perceiving is also going on within us. If it wasn't going on within us, we couldn't see it. We're just seeing it in whatever level we're on in terms of our mathematics and science. So we're literally just seeing things at a level that we can comprehend on a conscious level. The more deeper we go into it, just such thing as dreams. The reason why, the true reason why most people don't remember their dreams, because they're just too fucking technical for people to comprehend. More so than they can't remember the actual imagery. The imagery is just so fucking profound that they forget it. They're not forgetting because they're not necessarily conscious enough. The imagery is a little bit too profound. It's just like seeing the equivalent of an angel or something that's magnificent, supreme beauty. You having glances of supreme beauty. Having glances of supreme beauty is blind. It blinds you, right? It will blind you. That's why you can only have glances, or as we say, the twinkles in the sky. That's why the sky twinkles. That's why there are stars in the midst of blackness. Because if you truly saw the whole, if we were just too many stars, the sky would not be what it is. It's twinkles of light. Light mixed in flawlessly with the darkness. This is just what the stars are. Placed like that purposely, the fusion of light and dark. Sparks of light in the midst of darkness. That's a universal principle. The universe arranges itself like that naturally because that's the only way for it to make sense visually. Visual perfection, that's the only way for it to make sense in terms of you being able to manifest it on a earthly level. It doesn't get that more divine on an earthly level when you're relying strictly on these eyes. That's why there's an even further level, which is, as we say, the fifth dimension, where those profound images of light no longer blind you, or those dark images of the night no longer frighten you. Where at this point you've been meeting in the middle, the mix of the light and the mix of the dark. You've been meeting in the middle from this point. Now you want to experience the other side of sex, which is separation, which is why things die, which is why no matter how hard you try to pull, things will all eventually be separated, or the wheel will continuously turn. This is why we see the snake. I was asked about the snake animal, Tony. The snake just lets you know that everything is constantly changing. Everything is constantly moving. Or, as the universal law says, the law of vibration. Everything is always moving, even though it appears not to be that way physically. But we know that a vibration is constantly flowing. This is always going on. The wheel will always turn. But as we said, there's a hand on the wheel. That's like the smallest symbol, right? See, we was getting so caught up in those profound visions of light, right? Those visions. People have visions and they get it's ecstatic about it. Yo, look what I seen, look what I seen, look what I seen. I had this dream. When they get those little speckles of light, it flabbergasts them. It has them at a loss for words, right? It's just divine sparks of light. But when we take it to the fifth dimension, the smallest symbol on the card, that fucking hand, which you probably didn't even see until I pointed it out. If you're looking at all this, that's definitely not the first thing you see. But the smallest symbol is also the greatest symbol. The smallest becomes the greatest, because that is the most profound. If there's anything profound about this, it's that hand letting motherfuckers know that even these movements are in your hands. Even though this seems like a divine revelation, how can you have awareness of 4 dimensions at one time in absolute harmony, to harmonize all 4 dimensions? The physical world, the dream world, the astral world, the spiritual world. You're aware of 4 to 5 dimensions simultaneously and at harmony and at peace with yourself. Alright? But this is what earth signs are good at. This is where they excel. Such as the Capricorn energy, the CEOs, the presidents. But this is what they specialize in. The Capricorns, or the Baphomet, the devil, the Satan, specializes in that earth magic. earth magic, right? That your hands will always play a part. Your hands. What were we talking about? The master builder. The master builder. 322. That's not the deepest it can go, though, right? That's enough. That's enough. You take it even further, because there truly is no limit. Things are infinite. Right? If you see this thing can go on and on and on and on. Don't let me pull out that moon card. Don't let me pull out the Pisces card. We can go into that too. But we already at 2 hours. So we're gonna wrap things up for now. Y'all contemplate on that. See y'all next time. Peace, hotel, chaos, destruction, madness, harmony, balance, ecosystem, elevation. Peace.